Hello and good morning. Thank you all for coming out to this wonderful place in Shoreview, the Shoreview Community Center. I hope you are all prepared for a day of nourishment and fulfillment as we embark on this season of change.
So this year on November 2nd and 3rd, we had our annual fall conference. And the goal of the conference really was to bring the community together for healing to happen.
The thing about the Kente Circle Training Institute and the conference that they put on every year is that they really try and hear from community. And they really try and promote what can community do to begin to shape what government does.
And so the goal of our conferences is really to bring people together to have dialogues together as a community, as opposed to in isolation in the service areas that they're working in, the communities that they're working in.
I really think conferences like this are invaluable. First of all, the cultural competence of the presenters, of the attendees is just amazing. The energy here is amazing.
It's not logical. This is the body's imperative, right? When we talk about trauma, trauma is about being stuck.
It's easy to stay silent in the face of racial trauma and to feel that you're alone, and I think it's important to recognize that we don't need to be silent, that in fact the silence is part of what's hurting us.
My goal and the goal of the Training Institute is really to provide a safe space for people to come and get fed, so that they can go out in the world and do meaningful, very important work.
I think the really important part is that people have to get inspired here, get informed here, but take it back home and work it. It's like we can plant seeds in these conferences, but where they really bear fruit is when what people do back home.
We need the support to be able to come and have a safe space to learn what we need to learn from people that look like us, who believe what we believe, and or to be able to take risks and ask ourselves and the people who are working alongside of us questions that we're typically not able to ask because of a lack of safety. And so it's our goal that people will come to our conference and get fed.
These speakers are actually looking to have a different perspective when we're answering this question on what healing actually is, and they're going a little bit deeper than we typically would go, and they're talking about the systemic reasons why this healing is needed and how do we address this as professionals, whether we're educators, mental health practitioners, or other social service providers.
Kente looks at therapy very differently than most traditional therapists, as their tagline is discovering your inner genius, and they look at therapy through relationships rather than situational.
Kente Circle is, they lead the charge in a lot of ways, so it's just good to support and see, people doing, meaningful work for other people and showing it and doing it with compassion. I appreciate that, the authenticity of what Kente Circle brings.
And so it's our goal that people will come to our conference and go out in the world and make an impact. We appreciate the trust that has been placed in us to hold this space, and it's an honor that we don't take lightly. So come and join us.